Okay, chat, let's read this report. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Reporting officer Kurt Doug. Of course, the fucking dumbass is Kurt Doug. Oh my God. Oh my God. Turner, Slacks, Vivian Gray, Jeffrey Bones, Jimmy Frost, Ruby York, Callista Bell, Octavia Knox. Incident command, Captain Turner and Captain Slacks. First on scene, Kurt Doug. Location, Courthouse, the Mission Road, West Eclipse. Officer Kurt Doug was at the courthouse watching an appeal when he was let known that the defendant, Mr. K, had a warrant put out. After the court case ended, Mr. K ran as officers attempted to tackle and detain him. Mr. K entered a vehicle and began to evade. Officer Kurt had troubles leaving the courthouse, but eventually left to join the pursuit of a gray vehicle. The vehicle was eventually boxed in on McDonald Street. The suspect exited and ran into a white vehicle, which took off. Captain Slacks then came over a radio and sounded like he was in distress. After units located Captain Slack, who was being held hostage at Mission Row along with two officers. One of the suspects wearing a hazmat suit had a firearm in hand. That is when Mr. K was traded for the officers. After the vehicle began to flee, officers began to open fire. Officer Kurt began to pursue and caught up in the Vinewood Hills. As the vehicle crashed out, Officer Kurt shot down the suspect in the hazmat suit inside the vehicle and began to pursue Mr. K, who began on foot. After some running, Mr. K turned around and started beating officers. That was when Kurt got caught in crossfire of a baton and went night-night. This guy needs to die. Kurt Doug needs to die. Declan Crane. Declan Crane was on patrol with Senpai Aziz Sultan. Aziz Sultan was driving his VSTR police cruiser northbound in front of Mission PD when a blue Lampadari was obstructing the roadway in front of them. Aziz Sultan stopped the car and a man wearing a jumpsuit and a gas mask jumped out of the vehicle, brandishing a firearm, ordering Declan Crane and Aziz Sultan to get out of the car with their hands up. Declan Crane was caught off guard as he did not at the time notice the broken rear windshield. Declan Crane will make a mental note to keep his gun on his lap when dealing with Lampadaddies with broken windshields in the future. The man then ordered Captain Slacks, who was also under duress in the blue Lampadaddy, to emerge. Two other men, one in plaid with a ball cap and bandana, and another with an overly large skull mask and a black and white leather jacket, held knives to Aziz Sultan, Lee Slacks, and Declan Crane. The man in the gas mask negotiated with Vivian Gray to leave in the blue Lampadaddy with a friend, later identified as Mr. K, who was apparently in custody. At some point, Mr. K arrived. The shorter man in the skull mask left the area and did not return. Eventually, a swap occurred, and the suspects fled in the blue Lampadaddy. Aziz Sultan declared served as preludes during the pursuit and the security perimeter during the triage. To be continued. Okay. These reports so far don't say anything. As they were pulling out of the mission road, a masked man wearing a full gray jumpsuit with a beige color firearm pointing in Sultan's face, demanding him. Crane, what? A masked man wearing a full gray jumpsuit. Okay, so it looks like Vinny. Crane got out of the vehicle and put their hands up. Sultan and Crane complied, stepping out of the service. Okay, so I think we need to okay, let's read this one. Witness getting picked up in a gray and color sedan on the sidewalk of City Hall by an individual in a monkey mask. Lenny Hawk saw suspect Mr. K hop into the vehicle in question and take off. The chase was brief and ended ultimately at Buccaneer Way, where Mr. K hopped 30 feet from the road into the water next to the commercial docks. Mr. K was wearing a scuba gear. Hawk pursued solo and witnessed what appeared to be a failure of Mr. K's scuba gear. Mr. K began to flail in the water, hinting that he was drowning. With careful acumen, Lenny Hawk dove into the water as soon as he could in order to pull Mr. K to the coast nearby. Simultaneously, according to radio chatter, a hot situation was taking place. Three individuals, two with melee weapons, one with a gun, have evidently kidnapped Captain Leonardo Slacks and the other officers and brought them in front of Mission Row PD. The tense standoff took place as negotiations were headed by Vinga. Eventually decided the officers would exchange Mr. K. Mr. K was then transported by Ruby York and later at Mission Row PD. The hostages demanded the two of the cops remain at the back of the blue car. Lenny Hawk was getting in the driver's seat. As soon as the vehicle took off, Lenny Hawk fired a singular shot between the two cop hostages, hitting the individual in the back of the left seat. Lenny Hawk then rejoined the pursuit as the vehicle itself was not disabled on scene, with 120's Lena Frost. Eventually, it was disabled. Officer find it went safe throughout the entire pursuit. The pursuit ended as the vehicle was disabled of its own accord. They didn't even say that we were shooting at them. And stand-up took place as negotiations. Hold on, none of these say that we were shooting at them. Once it was clear during the pursuit, on fire, open fired on the suspect's vehicle. It didn't say that I shot them. Did they know that I was shooting them? Advertised taken hostage by Missioner by Vinny Pistone and Ramee. She doesn't know this though, bro. What did this report like? The hostage takers demanded an exchange between Captain Stocks. Doesn't say anywhere that I shot them. The conclusion, Mr. K ran out of the courthouse. I was opening fire on the vehicles and attempted to flee the suspects during the chase. Suspects. Oh, she said it.
Well, that was a good meeting.
But that was so deucey, dude. Put to mission one more often, dude.
Deucey.
Oh my god.
Deucey.
They never took a picture of me, chat. Mission PD hostages. Here are the 4 pictures. Sorry, I'm reading the report that they have on Friday. Casings. That's not ours though. Fingerprints, PSR positive, Ramee's ID, house key, possessions. I don't know why they take a picture of the house key. Items found on Mr. K. I have no gun on me. DNA missional PD steps. What? Evidence DNA MRPD steps. Evidence DNA house exchange. Evidence Lenny Hawk PD Glock. Vivian Gray firearm. Selena Frost. Blue car's glove box. Blue car used to evade. Blue car tampering. Hey, Oliver.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah, the meeting's concluded. Not gonna be an interrogation, by understanding.
Okay.
Can I get a ride? I'm at MRPD now.
Yeah, sure. I'll pick you up.
All right, see you soon.
All right, peace.